Hi everybody, and we're gonna be doing some character design today. So I got my little Wacom Cintiq and my stylus, and we're gonna go right into Photoshop. So thanks for coming. This is the first week that I'm actually doing this. Usually I do Figure Friday every Friday, but I just wanted to like show a little bit more of what I actually do otherwise, and incorporate a little bit of that. So what I always do, like pretty much every time I draw is I do my figure drawing first. And that's why I did Figure Friday for a lot of time. So see, these are what I've already done today. I did go to the zoo this morning. I always start out with before I do character design, I just like to loosen up with figure drawing. So I did, these are 1 minute poses. And you can just go to Croquis Cafe, and there, and that's like a great resource. I always recommend that you do that if you're going to be doing character design. It just helps you get in touch with your just how can I say it? It just helps you to get your proportions right and everything. So those were my 1 minute. These are my 2 minute ones that I just did before I started recording. This is my 5 minute post. So after doing that, then I just go into start designing. So what are we gonna draw today? I didn't even pick out any resources from what I plan to draw today. So one of the things that I like to do, if I'm going to be doing some character designs, sometimes I'll just go straight to the resource. So I might just go into, let me take you with me, into my web browser to find some images. And I always use like images I find online. I just think that it makes it a lot easier. Or you can go out on location, say you're like, I want to go to a place where there's going to be a lot of people. You can always do that. Oh, here I already have Pinterest open up. So this is what I was doing before. I was looking up some Samoan imagery, but you can really much use anything that you like. But I'm gonna probably keep up with some of these because I really like these. So let's see, just regular people. Let me bring it in to Photoshop. I just drag the picture to Photoshop. I only use it for like a resource if I'm not drawing from life. So it's just another option for you if you want to do character design. So here, these really tiny image. So let me make it a little bit bigger so you can actually see what I'm doing. And this is pretty much, what artists will be doing in the studio to draw from live actual resources. So maybe you go on to a location, say they're shooting a movie and you need some resources, so they'll go on site and get like the original photographs and then people will sketch from them. And that's the same thing that you can do, but only if you're not like on location, there's the internet and it's big and it's broad and there's tons of images. So I'm gonna caricature this woman right here, and that's pretty much all you're really doing if you're doing character design is you're sort of caricaturing what's there. And so I pretty much started the same way I do with the figure drawings too. I wanna get the foundation there. And you can see I draw pretty quickly, and that's also where the timed drawing comes in handy. So if you get used to doing it at a certain time, then you're gonna keep on keeping it up that way. And so the style, I'm just pretty much drawing the way that I typically just approach a drawing. But however you choose to style it, you can totally make it any way you like. Like, say I wanted to turn this lady into like an alien or something. You can do that. Or if you wanted to make it, I don't really do anime style, but there's a lot of people who do. But if you wanted to do it that way, you can. But pretty much when you're doing a caricature, it is in the cartoon style, so you don't have to worry about being super realistic or making it look exactly like the person. What you want to do is just kind of see how you can bring appeal to the drawing. So that's what I'm going to do here, or attempt to do anything. And you're not going to worry too much about trying to make it clean on your original sketch. All you want in the beginning is just to get your thoughts out, get your ideas out into the paper or digital canvas, however way you're using. And so when you make like a design like this, then you can play with it, and from there you can make new poses. And sometimes you will use reference for the new poses, and sometimes you won't. It depends on how practiced you are in doing live poses. If the more practiced you are in doing live poses, you're going to be able to do some more just kind of off the top of your head, like once you have your character ready. And so this is I don't know like what era this photo is from either. It looks like it's a pretty old photo though, at least taken from the, I don't even want to guess because I have no idea when. It could, I had no idea when this photo was taken, but it looks, just by the coloring of it, it looks pretty old. But I can still see enough detail that I can make a character out of it. And so that would be like the loose version. And what I do when I go over it is I make a new layer, get a little bit smaller pen size, and I'll just ink over it, kind of like, even I'll take the layer I did before and I'll turn it down, maybe like, let's say to like, maybe like 80%, and then go back to my clean layer, and just like if you were doing on a paper, and you can do this, you don't have to use a Photoshop to do this. So it's like just going around deciding what details from here that you want to add, or maybe even take away. I think I want to give her more of a curved smile, kind of like how I see her looking in my little photograph reference. And with the face, a lot of my mentors along the way always, sorry to say so much, but always make sure that I close the line. So you always want to close the line because it does make a difference in your final drawing, and especially if you're trying to make a more youthful character, like leaving your lines open, like say for the neck or something. That will automatically, like if I was to just do like that and then remove this layer, it automatically ages the character because it kind of gives this implication that there's like, sort of a more aged looking neck there. So be sure to close off your lines with those. So you can, I'm not going to add too much detail. I'm just going to like kind of go over where I want to. And if I was going to come back and add color and stuff like that, then I would do that later. But that's like the least of your issues with character design. You might not even want to go into the inking yet if you're just practicing um, some character design. Actually, I'm going to open up some of the ones that I did a few days ago. So let me open that up. Actually, I think I did them. When did I do them? Like, I want to say Saturday night, I think. So I think they're here. Let's see. Yeah, so this is one of the ones I did Saturday night. I'm gonna save this while I'm here because it's always good to save. Okay, so what I did here pretty much did the same thing. I had an original image right here that I got from Pinterest, and I decided to make a caricature of this kid. So I just did like a rough sketch with a purple pen, and then I went over it with this is actually my color layer, and it's in black and white. Obviously, it's in grayscale, but this is my clean line that I did over my original drawing. You can see pretty much everything is still in the same place. I didn't change that much. I added like some shading to his hair, and I added more detail and like the carvings into the wood that he's holding. And then when I went over with the color, I just, I used all grays because I have an original gray. I could have found my own colors and decided to make it a color, but I kind of like that it was a grayscale. And I've seen character designs from studios that have like that are still all in grayscale. It makes it a lot faster to, if you want to bust out a bunch of them. And it just, the look of it is actually pretty nice and clean too, so I like that. And so here are the other ones I did. I did a couple of sketches from Moana. I had the Art of Moana book, and that was kind of where I got my inspiration to start drawing some Samoan characters. But yeah, you can totally get inspiration from what's out there, but at the same time, you always want to make your own original artwork, and that's where you get resources from real life instead of the animation. So this is another one that I did. It was a sketch of this little boy, really cute little photograph, and I wanted to make a character out of it. And so I did that, and there's the clean line over it. So that was one of the designs I did. And that's the second one. Did I do any other ones? Yeah, I did these other ones too. So that's another old photograph. I have no idea where that is from. But so I did a caricature of this lady here. And another one there. And so what I'll do next is I'll ink all of these in and probably add some more poses. So like what I really wanted you to get from this first video that I'm doing on character design is just, you first get inspired by, the works that are already out there, the cartoons and the videos that you see that you love and everything. But after you get inspired by that, go out and find your own resources. Even if you can, not everything has to be from different 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 countries, cultures. It can be a culture like right in your own culture wherever you're from, and you can find people in your family to photograph like this, and then create caricatures out of them, and then and when I do some more videos, I'll do poses, and we'll get into coloring and all that. But first, I just wanted to say that you can find your own inspiration. I mean, find your own resources after you get inspired, and make your own characters. So this is all like my own original art. Now, if I was to use something like from a movie that I've already seen, like Moana, then I can't use this for my own art. This is just a practice. But something like that's original, I can use this as my own art because this is my own resource. And the drawing, the photograph is just the visual reference, and that's what everybody uses. So get your own visual references and make your own characters, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, and until then, be grateful, live balanced, and be yourself. Bye-bye.